on Monday because I'm before margarita.
You are Mr. Vera Quiroz.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
On April 17th, 2025, an officer responded to a call for service for a possible failure to stop and give information in Harris County, Texas. The witness stated to the officer that he observed the defendant strike a maroon four-door sedan from behind, drive around the vehicle, and then drive away from the scene without stopping to provide any information. The witness followed the defendant and observed the defendant to increase and decrease his speed frequently, failed to drive in a single lane of traffic, and nearly strike other vehicles until his car became disabled on Highway 249. The witness observed the defendant to exit the vehicle and to be the sole occupant and operator of the vehicle. The officer made contact with the defendant and observed a strong odor of alcoholic beverage, glossy bloodshot eyes, and poor balance. The officer detained the defendant, and while removing a pocket knife from the defendant's pocket, the officer observed a bulge and a plastic feeling in the defendant's pocket. The officer observed a faint odor of marijuana, so he removed the plastic bag, which did in fact contain a usable amount of marijuana. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted. A 6 out of 6 was recorded on the HGN, a 5 out of 8 on the walk and turn, a 1 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The DIC audio was played for the defendant, and the defendant agreed to a breath test, which yielded a .148 and a .143. The marijuana weighed approximately 0.2 ounces.
Priors, no license. Mr.
No,
Vera,
no priors, Judge.
okay.
No driver's license.
Mr. Vera, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now, as a condition of your bond, not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. With you, I'm going to test you 50 days from today. If I find that you continue to use marijuana, I will revoke your bond and I'm going to put you in jail. If you're not in this country with proper documentation and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put a detainer on you because they sweep it daily. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
You are not allowed to drive if you don't have a Texas driver license and liability insurance. That is also a condition of your bond. You do not have a license, you will be signing an affidavit with me today. Mr. Vera, in this short life that we have, do not drive, because if you do, you will pay dearly. Do you understand? This is a promise that you're going to make to me, that you're documenting that you're not going to drive. Nothing you say can justify driving at all. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you get a license and insurance, come talk to me and then I'm happily will take this off. But until that point, you do. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? How old are you, Mr. Barrett?
No.
23?
Do you work?
Yes.
Do you have the ability, do you have the funds to hire a lawyer?
No.
If you want, I can give you an application and you can apply for a court-appointed lawyer. I need to know everything about you and I'll see whether you qualify. Above all else, do not use, because it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand? Okay. Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application. I will have you go to Victoria Sign and Reset. You're eventually going to meet with pretrial services for your bond conditions. After that, we'll take a look at your application. Come on. Do you need the clause number on this, Blossom?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
560926.
26?
Yeah, 0926. Mr. Aiko Stoll, you are charged with tampering with a government record. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 19th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer ran a temporary tag on the defendant's vehicle that did not come back to anything, and the officer initiated a traffic stop. The defendant stated he did not have the title to the vehicle, and a second check on the temporary tag did not come back to anything.
Did he say that? Read it to me again. I zoned out. Please.
The law enforcement officer ran a temporary tag on the defendant's vehicle that did not come back to anything, so he initiated a traffic stop.
Okay.
The defendant stated he did not have the title to the vehicle, and a second check on the temporary tag did not come back to anything.
Did he ask him if he put the tag on there? Did he ask him? I mean, let me see how it's charged. Did then and there unlawfully, intentionally, and knowingly present the thing attached hereto as Exhibit A with knowledge of its falsity and with the intent that it be taken as a genuine governmental record. That's a specific intent crime, you know, somehow you have to show me that he knew of its falsity.
Okay.
Judge, I'll just read straight from the Debs. I met with the defendant and informed him of the reason for the stop. I then asked for a Texas driver's license that provided me with a Guatemalan ID. I then asked the defendant when he bought the vehicle. He advised me that he bought the vehicle 3 months ago. When I asked the defendant if he has the title to the vehicle, he then advised me that the guy who sold the vehicle still has the title. The defendant stated that he bought the vehicle 3 months ago again. When asked for the title, he stated that the guy who stole it still has the title again.
I'm going to find that there's no probable cause to go forward with your case, Mr. Aiko. If you do not have a Texas driver license, you are not allowed to drive. At some point, if you continue to do things that may break the law, you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck. If, I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission, you must live like you have a halo above your head. If not, there are serious consequences. Do you understand? Please take a seat. You are Arthur Mukes. Mr. Mukes, you're charged with resisting arrest, facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Please.
Thank you, Your Honor. A law enforcement officer was dispatched to a disturbance call on April 19th, 2025 in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant to be outside of the residence with what appeared to be an injured hand. The defendant stated he injured his hand while punching a wall when he was in an argument with his wife. The defendant stated that he had been drinking Crown and requested medical attention to the scene. The officer attempted to make contact with the female at the residence who refused to open the door. She only stated that the defendant should not be there at the residence and that she was in fear of the defendant. The defendant advised that he would leave the location and return at a later time. Later on that day, the defendant contacted Precinct 7 dispatch and stated that he was going to kick the door down at the aforementioned residence. The officers returned to the location and made contact with the defendant, who stated that he was going to kick the door down as soon as the officers left the location. Due to the defendant's apparent intoxication and the danger he posed to himself and others, the officers attempted to place the defendant in custody for public intoxication. The defendant became actively resistant and pulled away from officers while being escorted to the vehicle. The defendant told the officer, quote, "I'm coming for you," multiple times as he refused transport. The assistance of 4 officers was required to place the defendant in a patrol vehicle. The officer notes that the defendant actively resisted for 7 minutes and 13 seconds.
Mr. Mukes, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward. Now's not the time. I know you're itching to say something, but look, I've got a bunch of prosecutors here. I don't want you to say something that hurts your case. Stop. Resist all attempts. If you want, I can give you a lawyer today and you can give your side to the lawyer. Okay? But right now, don't. You're only hurting yourself more when you think you're helping. Don't. I'm trying to help you here, Mr. Mukes. The only condition I'm placing on you now, you're not allowed to consume alcohol. Do you understand? If I find that you're using alcohol or illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. Just don't use. Okay? Do we know if she wants to have contact with him?
Judge, the offense date was on the 19th. We have not been able to reach out with the complaining witness yet.
So let's do this. I'm going to have them reach out. I want to know if she wants to have contact with you. If she's okay with it, then I'm going to allow it. Okay? Just don't. So we're going to try to do work on our side or their side to see if they can reach out to her to see if she's okay with contact with you. So let me see.
Morales Vega?
Okay. So, hey, do you mind reaching out to the MAC for Mr. Mukes? I'm going to get you a lawyer here pretty soon. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. We're going to have you take a seat in the jury box. Just look. Just don't. That's all I'm asking you to do, man. Okay?
I was the victim here and hell.
I know there are two sides. Mr. Mukes,
I'm the one who called them for help and they locked me up and violated my rights.
hey, Mr. Mukes, there will be video. We will take a look and we'll see because the evidence is going to point to whose side's correct. I don't know. I wasn't there. Stop. Stop. Don't. Please.
Final